Jessie. Tell me about your research.
My research is about the experience of belonging of diverse refugees and forced migrants in Amman in Jordan. It's a urban environment and I used ethnographic methods, so I was really hanging out with people on the ground to understand what their experience was of belonging and bordering.
What got you interested in this research?
So I started researching the Middle East basically when the Arab Spring started in 2012. I was in high school and I was super interested in learning more about international politics, really for the first time. And I think I had this idea that American military intervention was a good thing. And then when we watched Syria just collapse and people start leaving, I realized that I wanted to understand better what the implications were and repercussions were for people in the region. So I've studied a lot of different ways that Syrian migration has impacted countries like where people have landed. And I really want to bring home to like an American audience what American imperialism does and the impacts that it has on real people in their everyday lives.
How did you carry out your research?
I did ethnographic research, so I was hanging out with people from diverse migration backgrounds around Amman. I also did 46 interviews. They were semi-structured, so people got to really talk about what was important to them. And I did arts-based workshops. So we did about 20 workshops, sometimes between 10 and 12 people in each one from diverse migration backgrounds. And we painted together and we did collage together. And it was a really like generative and collaborative experience, answering some of my research questions about belonging and bordering, but also like doing a skills exchange. And yeah, it was really cool.
So tell me about a finding that really stood out for you.
I found that people experience the border basically across their interactions in the city. So not just in interactions that are like they have to prove that they're a certain type of migrant, but also just navigating the city all the time. They experience a lot of discrimination based on their migration status. People have a really hard time securing income. So they'll have a very precarious experience with that. And also people have to go to the UNHCR to prove their deservingness, to prove their vulnerability constantly. And if you miss a phone call from the UNHCR, then your case may just be dismissed and you have to start all again from the beginning. So people just experience the border basically across interactions across the city.
Where can we hear more about your research?
You can find out more about my research on a new podcast called Between Borders, which is streaming now on all platforms.